Hi, New Life friends. My name is Bill Butler. I'm one of the spiritual stewards here at New Life, and with me is Diva Shinzato, another of our spiritual stewards, and of course, Joel Enyart, our lead pastor. And we have some important news that we would like to share with you. Earlier this week at our leadership team meeting, Joel asked for our team's blessing for he and Christy to begin a gracious exit from New Life. Now, this was not news that we were expecting to hear, but as we prayed and processed and discussed, it became clear that it was the right decision for Joel and Christy, and we want to give them our blessing in this. So, Joel, maybe you could share a little bit about the why behind your decision.
Yeah. So New Life, I know this is big news, and it's not easy news, and it's not something that Christy and I have come to quickly or lightly. We've prayed and processed together and sought some counsel outside to just help us think clear about this. And so a couple weeks ago, we got a chance to get away for our anniversary, and that was a chance for us just to step outside of everything, be away, just the two of us, and process and pray and think together. And as we've reflected on our time here and just the challenges along the way, it just became clear to us that for our family, this is the right decision to make, to take a step and see what God has next for us, which we don't know yet in this moment. But it just seemed like this was the right decision. And so one of the big reasons why in this is that the role of being lead pastor for New Life in this moment is very different than when I stepped into the role back in 2020. COVID has changed the landscape of a lot of things, including this role. And the things required from the lead pastor that New Life needs in this season require skill sets and even giftings that are very different than what are natural to me. And I've wrestled in this role, especially coming into this calendar year. It's been difficult and challenging for me. And I've been struggling to the point that I realize it's only getting harder. And in the long run, that will only be harder for me, harder for our church, and harder for our family. And so as we prayed and processed, we shared with you this week that's what we're working on, to figure out how can we leave as well as we can, trusting that God has our story in his hands, trusting that God has your story in his hands, and walk this out well together. And you and the other leaders have been incredibly gracious to listen to my heart and our story, and to ask really good questions, and to give us a blessing to walk this out together over the course of this season and see what God has for all of us.
Well, we definitely have been incredibly grateful for Joel and Christy and their leadership over the years and helping us transition pre-pandemic, through the pandemic, as well as trying to just walk us through the shutdowns, having an outdoor service, and then transitioning back to in-person. So that was a huge endeavor indeed, and we thank you for all of that.
Yeah.
So we are planning to be a big presence on Sunday, and the we is the leadership team and the stewards. Now, Joel will be sharing more of his journey with us on Sunday, and so we hope that you'll be there to join us and hear that. Joel, Christy, and the girls are also going to take some time just to be with family. So they're going to be gone for a week and will return the following Sunday. And so we just wanted to let you know that he'll be spending some time with family there. And then when you come back is when we'll begin our walk toward a gracious exit. And our leadership team is already praying. We're planning, and we're going to be meeting soon next week to be talking about how to work on a transition plan for the summer as well as an interim plan for fall.
And for now, we are committed to walking this out together in a way that is honoring to Jesus, and honoring to the Enyart family, and honoring to New Life. And we'll keep you informed as our plans develop. Now, we know this is hard news to hear, And we also know that we're not going to be just back to normal next week or the week after. But more than ever, New Life, we need each other. We need each other to grieve and to process. We need each other to pray together for our next season. And we need each other to pull together so that we can accomplish God's kingdom mission that He's given New Life here in Sonoma County. So thank you, friends. We love you, and we are so grateful for you.